So good morning everyone. This is Divyendu. So first of all, thank you so much for joining the session and giving your presence for the personal branding presentations. So let me start with the first slide of mine. As you can see the picture, I have added this picture with so much passion after seeing the Shraddha's presentation. So I'll come to my part later, but let me first discuss with the personal branding part. What is personal branding? I did not research anything for the presentation, to be honest, because I feel when we are talking about ourselves, it is better to be spontaneous. It's better to reflect ourselves into the presentation and directly connecting with the audience. Even though I really wanted to present this into the offline class, so, for me, personal branding is all about creating a perception within the people's mind by which we can gain certain amount of benefits. As you can see in the picture, I am just in front of the Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, and he is one of the biggest inspiration in my life. Like he is inspiration for all of us, but a biggest inspiration in my life. And the personal brand, the concept of personal brand, I have learned from him basically because the way he has presented himself throughout the years, through his films, through his branding, it's impeccable. Sir, thank you so much. Actually, is it visible right now? Oh, actually, I am doing the slide showing only, man. I don't know why is that not coming. Let me do the entire screen presentation. Is it visible right now? Okay. So, as I've discussed, as I've came to the mid part, so Mr. Shah Rukh Khan is very much inspiration for me when it comes to personal branding, when it comes to communication, when it comes to achieving something in the industry which can create a big mark in your life. So I'll continue on that part that how that person has created his branding. So when Shah Rukh Khan first came to the industry, he started doing few of his films, but he didn't able to create a mark. I'm talking about the 90s, late 90s. But after doing certain films which make him a global star, films like DDLJ Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, is basically creating a perception within the people's mind as a romantic hero. And after that, he keep on continuing doing such films and creating a global brand for himself. So right now, whenever we talk about Shah Rukh Khan, it's all about the romantic hero, the iconic pose of that person. So it's all about the person who have delivered certain output consistently and create a perception within our mind so that we have been compelled to think about that person in that way. So these are the top perception about the stars. But what about ourselves? What about like those normal people like us, students, teachers, and the working professional? How would we create a personal brand for ourselves? So the basic structure that I have thought of in order to create a personal brand that anyone can perform is identify your core strength, identify your core audience, identify your unique value proposition. You have to understand what is the thing that create a differentiation between you and the other people who are in the same field, same domain, same class obviously, and what are the areas that you can perform which can literally makes you happy, makes you satisfied when you are constantly performing these things. Because branding is not only for a short term period. If you're creating a brand, you have to keep on continuing this for throughout your life, in college, in personal workplace, in any place where you want to create a mark for yourself. So if I talk about myself, I haven't added any slide for the same actually. So I'll just discuss verbally. So the thing that really fascinates me from the time I joined MBA is presentation skills, communication skills, leadership activities. I really got a huge amount of motivation, huge amount of satisfaction after performing a good speech. When I was preparing for this presentation, I trying to reflect how did I came across this kind of motivation. I didn't have any background. I didn't have any type of achievement in my life in terms of sports, in terms of any kind of activity, education as well. But the certain areas for communication, I got a very enthusiasm when I delivered it in the correct way. So after reflecting on this particular area, I went back to the my childhood actually. So I tried to find out that what are the few reasons by which I have delivered this particular uh, passion in me, which is compelling me right now to giving a good presentation, which can compelling me right now to getting a huge amount of satisfaction after delivered, after communicating in a good way. So as a child, I was a very shy person. I born and brought up in a very small town in Kolkata. I belong to a place where I have been communicating only in Bengali till 12th grade. I have been into Bengali medium. I was not even able to speak anything till now. I was horrible at communication. I was horrible at fluency actually. I was a huge problem in stammering. I still remember when I was in third or fourth grade, I was not even able to spell my name. It was like I was stucking every point of time. But later part of my life, I have able to solve this issue. I didn't even try to understand what was the primary reason for stammering, because neither of my parents having that, neither of my relatives having the problem, but still I was having that. But after doing a lot of practice, I have been able to solve this issue. In my childhood, I faced a lot of comparison because I was not a really great in education, in sports, nothing. I was a bit of overweight as well in my childhood, so I faced a lot of comparison, lot of harsh judgment from the teachers, from the mentors, which somehow gave me a huge amount of self doubts, huge amount of low confidence, and I keep on working on the low confidence till the time I reached my BTech. The time when I joined my BTech, it was a really, what should I say, jumble up time for me, because that was the very first time I was going out of my home. I have done my BTech from Bhubaneswar KIIT, and I belong from Kolkata. And because I was doing my BTech from a outside of my home, and I was not even able to communicate perfectly with the teachers, with the students, that create a huge amount of drawbacks in me, and my confidence even go lower and lower, and that creates a hate for engineering from my end. I literally start hating engineering at that time. I end up engineering at a really bad note. I was not even able to remember anything that I have performed in a correct way in engineering. So that was the time that I was really low of confidence. I got a decent placements in my engineering, where I joined a startup company over Hyderabad location, and in that particular company, I start practicing sales and marketing. I start practicing recruitment. I start practicing onboarding activity, and that was the very first time that I am communicating with a larger audience, which is somehow creating an impact at a company level. From that time only, I start building a bit of a confidence in myself. I start understanding that I can also communicate in such a way by which I can create an impact. I can do deliver something productive at the workplace. So after getting a bit of a confidence, I moved to a very consultancy firm over Kolkata location, where I gain and broader my knowledge on communication and recruitment in a very big way. I have understood a lot on the industry. I have enhanced my skills very further, and I was getting a lot of appreciation at that time. So my confidence was slowly building, but that was some area in me that really giving me a sense of self doubt that uh, even though we are good, I'm good at communication, but I'm not able to address someone in a huge way or in a broader way. So before joining the MBA, I have that perception in my mind that I wanted to create something in the college, because I am starting everything in a very fresh way. No one knows me in the college, because the people who knows me in my BTech, in my school, they didn't even perceive me as a good student, as a confident guy, because throughout my life I was a very low confident person. I was a uh, very much into self doubt, self pity. I was not even tell about myself to the other people, because I was always thinking that if I tell something about myself, I'll be a joke and something. And it was not something that I've developed in me. It was something that make me understand by some elderly mentors, because the place I belong to, the people are very harsh over there. They didn't know how to raise a kid. I feel, always creating a bad comparison between two people, creating a lot of stress within the that person's mind. That I really believe. So when I first joined MBA, I got a huge scope that here I can create a perception about myself. Here I can literally prove something that I will able to perform something in a efficient way, and also I can create a mark for myself. The main objective for me to join MBA and enhance my leadership skill, communication skill, enhance my knowledge into the domain is just to create a mark for myself. So I always, from the first semester, I always wanted to speak something in class. I always wanted to give a good presentation, even though I don't know how much successful I am to deliver the same. But I always try to do that because that is the only thing that gave me a sense of satisfaction. Nothing gave me a sense of satisfaction. No education, nothing. In my internship also, I tried my best to give something productive over there. I tried my best to prove something for myself, to create some perception about me, and I felt that I was successful because a lot of people from my internship still connected with me. I talk with them a lot regarding what's going in my life, what's going in their life. So I feel somehow I have achieved that expertise, but there is a long way for me that I need to work on. And I need to achieve the excellence. So and also along with that, to enhance my communication skill, I have also run a YouTube channel where I talk about films. As I discussed that I am a very much filmaholic person. I just wanted to make films at a time. I i reviewed every films. You can check out the channel also. Earlier I was talking in Bengali in my reviews, but right now I'm talking in English. But it's been so long that I have not uploaded any video because there are so many problems going on, like placements and all. But right now I'm planning to upload a few more videos as well. So that's how I wanted to create a brand. That's my LinkedIn channel, LinkedIn profile actually. I have created a LinkedIn profile which my level best to attract people. I have add lot of contents, lot of videos of mine, so that it can attract people, it can create a brand for myself. Because social media is something I feel we can literally use at this current stage, which can attract people, which can tell so much about ourselves. Even though suppose I'm not that person, but I just wanted to create something, so by which I can create, I can attract certain amount of people, and I can cash on my good things through the LinkedIn profile. So that is the thing. I just wanted to create a brand for myself, by which I can make myself confident. That's the only objective. I don't have any agenda to be a better person in terms of education, in terms of getting good marks, in terms of being a better person, in terms of achieving something in sports, in terms of achieving some things in life. The only objective for me is to be a confident person in my life. So whatever task I'll be getting in my job, in my college, I can able to tackle it with a huge amount of self belief, with a huge amount of self esteem. And I wanted to keep on doing that. And that's all. And I don't know how much I wanted to, even though before joining the college I wanted to create a brand for myself, but I don't know how much I've achieved, because I don't have any sample population by which I can do the survey to understand what kind of brand I have established in the college. So that is the thing. And the only objective for me to be confident in the future days, and to create a brand which can give and reflect me on the same way towards the people. So that's all. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, exactly. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Hmm. Ma'am, the only motivation I'm having is, for an example, if I'm giving the presentation, my only motivation is to give the presentation with my 100% capacity. That's my only agenda to work. I really don't think about what is the outcome that I'll be getting. Whenever I'm preparing for my NSEM also, I'm preparing for it. And even though when I'm preparing for the interview, I don't think about that whether I'm getting selected or not. I have done my internship with a very good company. My agenda was not to get a offer from that company. My only agenda is to create an impact within the company level so that every single person on the HRP can know me, can at least understand that if I give a task to that person will able to complete that within certain amount of efficiency. So that's the only motivation I'm having, man, to give my 100% in the process, not to get a certain results, because it is not our hand. The result could be different. The result could be our end also. So that's the only motivation I'm having, man. Yes, man. Yes, yes, exactly. Yes, ma'am. Mom, like I got in placed in a decent company, KPMG. So my short-term goal is to really work in the company and create a mark over there as well. I don't know what will be the future, but my only agenda is to be a person where I can at least believe in myself in future days. Because I've seen people who have been into later of their life, but still they are not really confident about their skills. They are still dependent on the company. Still, they are still dependent on the other family members in their company to at least so that they can get the appreciation from other people. I don't want that actually. I just want to see myself at a position where I can believe in myself. Whatever I'll be doing in life, I just want to believe in my instinct, my capabilities, so that I can able to serve myself at a satisfactory level. That's only, man. Apart from the professional career that I wanted to grow, this is the personal space I want to achieve in my life, where I'm not in right now, man. Actually, yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you.